Hello, everybody. Teacher Jenny here. Teacher Jenny. Can you tell I'm right in the middle of my teaching morning? I also have another YouTube channel where I'm Teacher Jenny because when we teach English online to these kids in China, they refer to us as teacher and our first name. So I'm Teacher Jenny when I do those videos. All right, so I'm sitting here in class and it has been over 15 minutes. My student hasn't arrived and they're only 25-minute classes. So I'm thinking she's not coming. And I thought I'd use this time wisely, being that I'm still getting paid for that. So if I kind of glance over or look distracted for a second, it's just because I'm keeping one eye on my classroom to make sure the child doesn't show up and I'm sitting here talking about dieting. All right, so I apologize for wearing the same shirt as yesterday. This was nice and warm in my classes in the morning. It's chilly in this room in the morning. So I took it off right after classes yesterday and wore something else all day. But this morning when I went to get dressed, I just thought, this is so nice and warm. And I didn't think about the fact that I'm going to look like I'm wearing the same thing every day. I mean, like, who really cares? Sometimes I wear the same thing multiple days anyway. So who am I fooling? All right. Time to do weigh-in numbers. Here we are. It is day 14. Officially 2 full weeks of the diet in and officially 1 more week to go. And the scale said this morning that I lost a half a pound. Very happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that. Partly because when you get to the 2-week mark is typically when stalls happen. At least in my experience, that's when my stalls happen. And secondly, the more weight you lose, the harder it is to lose weight. Does that make sense? You know, like at the beginning when your body is carrying too much fat and it's not what your body should be carrying and you start dieting, your body starts going, okay, let's use this energy and use up all the fat that's here. But as your body starts to get smaller and you have less fat reserves in there, then there's less to kind of eat off of, and that's when it tends to, and that's when the hCG is supposed to go into effect and help you go to those fat reserves. But I think just as in everything, our bodies are smart and they don't want us to lose too much too quickly or too much for too long. All right, how did I eat yesterday? Pretty good. I had a salad, just my regular salad that I always have, 2 full heads of romaine lettuce chopped up in there, so big old salad with my honey mustard salad dressing on it. And what did I have for a protein? Oh, bacon, yes. Remember I said I was going to have bacon? I did. I had bacon in my salad and enjoyed it. And one of my friends gave me a baggie the other day of cherry tomatoes from her garden. So fresh cherry tomatoes, which were delicious. So it was kind of like a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich because the honey mustard dressing, you know, is kind of that creamy, almost mayo-y kind of base with bacon and lettuce and tomato. Just missing the bread, but that's okay. I mean, after 14 days on this diet, I felt like I ate a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich and really, really enjoyed it. It was good. I'm going to do the same thing again today. I think I ate more than half the amount of bacon that I had saved. I didn't realize how much bacon I had saved. It was quite a bit, so it was too much for one salad. But as I was like putting it on, I realized I'm saving some for today. I think today's going to be a little bit skimpier, so it's not going to be as enjoyable as yesterday's was, but that's okay. I'm still going to enjoy it. Tom, kind of still hanging on, but not dealing with it. I'm doing 3 doses of hCG a day in terms of the drops sublingually under my tongue. And 14 days in, I'm down 10.3 pounds. So that's really, really exciting. And again, that's real weight loss. That's not the weight loss that people start to count after their load days. This is prior to the load days. So it's true weight loss. I don't believe in counting when the diet starts. To me, you start counting before you even start to load because your load's going to go back up again and then kind of come back down. It goes up. it's like a false positive in terms of how much it goes up, because that comes down pretty quick in the first day or two after you're done loading. So, I mean, I'm sure it makes us all feel better, but I want to know truly how much weight I'm losing and not just pad numbers to make myself feel better. So that's the real thing. All right. I wanted to talk today a little bit about, since I was addressing the fact that I worry about a stall at this time. I feel like my body kind of is going to get used to being, I'm sorry, I'm just pulling up all of my things. Sorry, I only have like 30 seconds left and I can get out of the classroom. I wanted to talk about hCG resistance for a minute. And this is partly because yesterday in the video I did mention, oh, I hope somebody was, who was it? It was a geisha or something like that. What is her name? Getchy. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I apologize for slaughtering it. Miss Getchy, 77. And I'm sure it's not pronounced Getchy. I'm sure that there's a proper foreign pronunciation for that, so I apologize. But she had mentioned that she had a goal of losing 30 pounds by the next year, which is awesome and a great goal. I myself said, oh, just make sure and be careful that when you're doing this, that you don't stay on it from now all the way until then. So, and the reason I said that is because the protocol doesn't recommend that. The protocol recommends that you do this diet essentially for 3 weeks. That's the ideal right there. So you want to do it for 3 weeks. However, it does have allowances up to like 40 days. So some people do 40 days on the diet. I have never done it quite that long. Possibly I did it the first time that way. But then again, you know, I lose my hair when I do things too long. So the reason why they don't want you to be on this too long, and the reason why you have to have a time period off of it between rounds. And let me actually go and see. Ideally, okay, so you're on the diet anywhere between 21 and 40 days. All right, so after that, you're supposed to do your 3 weeks of maintenance. Now, your maintenance is still eating low calories, not 500. You're back up to whatever your maintenance would be, but you're supposed to be avoiding carbs. So you're doing that for 3 additional weeks. And this is to help stabilize your metabolism so that you don't jump right back into this is why I'm so worried about that scrapbooking retreat. Jenny, do your best, do your best, do your best. You really want to lock it in. You want your metabolism to get to an optimal state, and you want your hypothalamus to be reset in your brain so that it interprets your current weight as now your new normal. And this is where it wants to stay. This is where you're now going to get hungrier, faster, and where it optimally is going to burn calories if you start to go above it. You want that to happen. So that is the importance of the maintenance phase for 3 weeks. So after you finish your maintenance phase for 3 weeks, then you're supposed to wait 6 more weeks. I didn't realize that at first. I thought it was after P2, but I went back and I did some more research. I didn't actually go into Simeon's protocol, so I apologize about that, but I was reading someone else. So I hope that this is accurate information. But if it is true, and I would understand how it could be, you are supposed to wait 6 weeks after your maintenance phase. So that's 9 weeks of time before you go back on hCG again. And that's only the first time you do it. After that, you add another 2 weeks between rounds. So one of the reasons they say this is because it's simply not going to be as effective anymore. For me, you're going to lose a lot of hair if you lose too much, and you don't want that to happen. And it doesn't happen while you're dieting. It happens after the diet. So, be prepared. I remember watching on TV on Survivor, one of the gals talking about after she came home, how much hair she lost. So while she was on Survivor for 40 days, eating nothing, everything was fine. And then she came home and she lost a lot of her hair came out. And that happens with me as well. So don't say like, oh, my hair is fine, I'm just going to stay on this, because it doesn't happen until after I start going back to eating again. All right, for whatever reason. I'm sure that there's some science behind all of that. So what happens if you stay on hCG too long is that your body starts to become immune to the effects and the effectiveness of the hCG hormone. So every time you do take a break, you have that 6-week break in there, you are like resetting your body, rejuvenating it. You're keeping it guessing. It's always good to kind of change things up. It's always good to change things up in your diet. It's always good to change things up in your exercise. It's always good to keep your body guessing, because it helps it stay active and energized and working at its optimal pace. You're not supposed to eat the exact same foods every day and be on the same calorie diet every day for an extended period of time. That's just not good health-wise. So that being said, I wanted to address that because I kind of touched on it yesterday. Also, I'm a week away from maintenance myself, and had teetered with the idea of doing this again in December, but now I know I should not. Sometimes it's good to do a little bit of research to share things with you guys, that I cannot do this diet again if I decide to do it again until after the new year. All right, so that's everything. So good news today. I should have had my banners up again because I had another weight loss day. I literally have only had 2 weight gain days in this round. One was a pound, but it followed by a 1.7 pound loss the next day. So I don't know how accurate that was. And the other one was just 0.1. So that's pretty good for me because, I have a tendency to fall off the wagon because I have a food addiction. There we go. I said it. All right. Happy dieting to all of you out there. Stay the course. Keep me updated on how you're doing. And may you have another weight loss today, even if it's 0.1. Everything is better than a gain in a stall, isn't it? A stall almost feels like a gain. It just stinks. I hate stalls. So anytime it says minus anything when I write it down on my chart, I'm excited. So minus a half a pound was exciting for me today. I'll let you know how day 2 goes tomorrow with the rest of my bacon and having my bacon, lettuce, and tomato salad. And I'll be in touch with another topic. Not sure what it's going to be right now, but we'll figure that out before tomorrow. Bye-bye.